Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. Brother Muhammad the Mortician. Listen, man, just re-energized, man, rejuvenated. Coming back from New York yesterday, man, seeing so many of our people coming on out in support of Eric Garner, the brother that was assassinated, execution, the brother that was murdered at the hands of the pigs, brother, murdered at the hands of the NYPD, murdered at the hands of those who love white supremacy and racism, man. And then when they used that chokehold on that brother, man, that chokehold, I didn't see a chokehold. I saw a reminder of what that white supremacist cop saw. He was practicing what they've been giving you and I for centuries here, and that's the rope. See, that choke represents hanging. And he knows that the way you take down a big giant such as Brother Eric, a strong soldier, then take just one. And once again, this brother wasn't doing nothing, man. Clearly innocent, man. Clearly practicing his civil rights, man, just by standing. Classifying, or what I'm saying is that demonstrated his civil rights just by standing, just by being on God's green earth. But these old invaders, these murderers, these what we call imposters, those who perpetrate the fraud and those who love white supremacy, thought that they could take the life of our brother. And when he put that chokehold on him, you can see clearly he led him right into it. If you watch it very carefully, he turns him around and he put his arms right into that chokehold, in which that choke was a representation, nothing but the rope that the slave master put on you and I back in the day of our ancestors, and what he's doing now, he's putting it right back on you today. And when you can sit by and allow such, or even to consider, or bring some type of justification against the why that brother should be in the ground, why that brother should be in the cemetery, why that son should be left fatherless, why that wife should be left husbandless, why that mother should be left sonless, and why this old enemy, this old perpetrator, this old murderer, this old racist police officer is still living. This old racist police officer is still allowed to see his children and go about his daily chores and activities. And at the same time, and don't you forget, nothing but at the same time, he's still allowing to collect a taxpayer check. Here's nothing but the New York citizens or residents of New York, right? So right there in Staten Island, still paying for this murderer. Now, had you and I, oh yes, had you and I would have put a chokehold on this officer, well, you know what you would have got. You got nothing but the Galilee. You'd have got your head taken off. You'd have got your brains blown out. You'd have had your your neck with a foot on top of it. And not only that, you would have been getting nothing but constant abuse in the prison system if you survived the attack. So that's why you and I, brothers and sisters, you and I can't give up this fight. You and us must stay virulent. You must stay on fire. You and us must be maintain consciousness of what's going on, because when they see you and I killing each other at a high rate, at a high death rate, when we're killing black on black, why it's easy for anyone else to come in our community and kill you and I. That's just it. So when you go to these funerals and see these women crying because they lost their husbands due to this violent murder, when you see their sons who are going into the cemetery due to violent murders at sometime at you and I hands, this is why it's easy for the white man to come and give you and us the same thing you and I are giving each other. And what you and I are giving each other? Nothing but death. So the black woman, she's crying out not because she just lost a son. Why, she's crying out because she's sick and tired of the black man is not standing up. She's crying out because she's seeing the invader, the imposter, seeing the perpetrator, the murderer, the raper, the robber, the rapist to come to you and I community, and you and I are not standing up. She's crying out because she's seeing the black man, who at all should be nothing but the roaring lion. Should be nothing but that man is sitting up on the pride, looking over, looking for anything on the horizon that's willing to attack our pride. Looking out for the invader, looking out for those who are trying to come into you and I, to steal you and I community. This is why she's crying out. Because the black man, you have given up, you have given in. You have turned your pants in for nothing but skirts. You have turned to nothing but, and this is blatant. Oh, this is what it is. Oh, yes. If you ain't going into the prison system, then going to the cemetery, then you're going on to homosexuality. And this is what it is. So where's the real black man? There's no black men in the community, and the women's getting fed up. I'm telling you this report live from the desk of Muhammad the Mortician. Listen, after that rally yesterday with the Reverend I. Sharpton over in Staten Island, after seeing so many beautiful black men and black women and black children coming on out in black pride and solidarity, not only that, we got to see many white people out there. And those white people wasn't no racist. Those white people, for what I can see, of course I can't tell, but they came out in support and solidarity. Even if you wasn't there, they were there. And I know some of you wish you could have been there. But what I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, as I close out, that you and I got to get more courageous. You and I got to become more bold. You and I must got to set the bar, set the standard. So which way, what they did out in Ferguson, Missouri, that them young people stood up. They were sick and tired. And some of you may say, why they burn down their own communities? I can understand that. But when you sick and tired, when you being constantly got a foot on your neck, when you sick and tired of being financially not able to do for your family because some old enemy, some old racist is blocking your path, when you constantly getting harassed, when you constantly being told where to go, where to stay from, what time to go in the house, and constantly being police brutality. When you sick and tired, you just being sick and tired, you'll burn up anything. Just like Malcolm said, if a snake bites your child and kill your child, you don't go looking for that same old snake. Any snake will do. So right now, brothers and sisters, I want to applaud you in Ferguson, Missouri, who stood up and stood out and spoke up against the atrocities in your community. And you didn't allow some old Negro come and tell you, some old pastor to tell you to calm down. Let God handle it. God will handle it. God is only going to handle it when you stand up. When you start looking up and looking out and speaking up. And those who stood up against those old racist police officers on that front line, I'm telling you, Brother Muhammad, commend you. We support you. We love you. And for all those that's looking for a model of the movement, I'm telling you, Ferguson is the answer. So today, once again, brothers and sisters, I'm delighted and I applaud all of those who are standing up against the injustices in our community. Those of you who trying to stop the violence in our community, trying to get our black brothers to see that it's us killing us. That is what it is. So once again, reporting live, man, listen, man, I got to get back to work, but I just wanted to drop a little love upon you today because God has given me and he refreshed and has motivated me even more with more passion for the movement. Assalamu alaikum.